if I'm going on. I heard them say they want the old gun.
It is a lightweight bout between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Nate Diaz. Well, you hear the pop from the crowd, DC, as Nate Diaz gets set to make this walk here tonight. You never know when is going to be the last time we see this guy compete, but there's a lot to like when you see Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz is a savage, a guy that just epitomizes fighter. From the attitude, the walk, the music, everything tells you that when Nate Diaz shows up, you're getting ready to watch a fight. A fantastic striker and a great jiu-jitsu practitioner. Yeah. Nate Diaz is just a well-rounded fighter and one of the biggest stars in the UFC.
We've seen the Stockton slap before. I'll set the total.
It's just so disrespectful.
Over under 1.5.
So
you think he throws it tonight?
It's just so disrespectful, but it's so Nate Diaz.
All right, we'll see if he invokes the Stockton slap here tonight, but Nate Diaz is back, and hopefully in a big way for his supporters around the world. All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, the inimitable Khabib Nurmagomedov, and this guy makes his way to the octagon, DC. You run out of time setting up everything he's accomplished, but he always puts that status as an undefeated fighter and UFC champion on the line. He will do so again here tonight.
The moment he walked into AKA, you understood that there was something special about Nurmagomedov. He was a guy that was always listening, although he spoke no English. He was always listening and paying attention to try to learn and how to improve himself. And the moment he stepped foot in the gym, he was just open to each and every lesson, and now it's showing over the course of his UFC career. He was undefeated going into the UFC, and he has only built on that and become a champion, one of the most well-rounded fighters in all of the UFC.
You know, your college wrestling teammates have told me when you showed up at Oklahoma State, you didn't speak English either.
No, I didn't. It was all Southern Creole accent. It was all, hey, my boy.
Right. Well, your English is now very proper, and so is Khabib's, and he's back on the proving ground here tonight, again trying to prove himself as one of the pound-for-pound greatest fighters on this UFC roster.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, USA, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
You ready?
John, this fight has everything. You have 2 stars. You have 2 guys that do not like each other. How do you expect Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Nate Diaz to go down?
Well, you would know better than anyone that Khabib's probably going to shoot here early and try to test that takedown defense of Nate Diaz. Diaz has really shored that part of it. Now the transition to the judo throw right into side control where he will have no shortage of options. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. And they both stand up. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Nice connection there by Nate Diaz. Not a guy you want to let get going here on the feet, DC.
No, because it's all downhill with Nate, right? It's the activity that will overwhelm his opponent, and this looks like the start of that.
Well, we told you off the top he had the reach advantage, and you saw it right there with that punch. Nice punch by Nurmagomedov. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he Just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Immediately gets the underhook. Oh!
He flipped him over the top. What a fantastic takedown.
Welcome to the Cormier Express. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Oh!
He was hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out.
Every time these guys come together, man, you just hear the punches and everything landing. Both very powerful, very explosive.
And they said,
oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Back to the feet.
Head kick.
Oh, big left. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Lands with the right hand. 5 minutes in the books. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was for him, DC. And look at him walking back to that corner. He's feeling himself a little bit.
Oh, he's feeling himself. And look at his coaches. They're all celebrating because they know that if they stay the course, if they do the exact same thing, they may be able to find the finish this time.
All right, let's check out some of the action, DC. And how about the punching acumen by that fighter in that previous round?
He does not waste anything. He does not loop punches. Everything's tight. Everything's precise. He's a sniper. We always talk about how he's a sniper. He is a sniper. And it showed in that exchange that allowed him to drop his opponent.
Round 2 underway. Gets on the feet. His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly again.
Well, you saw us referencing the tail of the tape, DC. He's got, and with authority, goes to the judo throw right into side control.
He's inside control. He's got a ton of options. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. Oh, he might have got him with the choke.
Wow. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
So 41 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov, and unofficially landing with 56% accuracy against Nate Diaz. Well, it's not due to a lack of effort. He continues to throw, but this is like double-A striking. This is not high level.
Yeah, you can't be missing. It takes so much energy.
Oh!
That was crazy!
Back to the feet. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round 2. Nurmagomedov gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Looking to land the right just out of range. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the ball. Whoa!
What a fan. Oh! He didn't like that left hand.
Oh, he dove and he lands. Wow! All right, stacked guard here now. The feet are on the hips, DC, so for the top fighter, this is not at all ideal.
No, this is not ideal, because now he's in the guillotine. He's attacking guillotine.
He might get a finish here.
Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
Wow.
Oh, right to the mouth.
All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continued. Oh, now going to the judo throw. He ends up in side control. A lot of options for him here.
Yeah, he can either go ground and pound or he can chase submission. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finisher position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent.
Getting tighter. Chokes him to sleep with the arm triangle. Again, pick your poison on the ground with this guy.
All that pressure on the side of your neck. I don't know the artery, John. I'm pretty sure you might. You get all that pressure on that artery, and it pushes you to sleep. What is it?
I think it's the carotid artery, and a lot of fighters say they've got a pretty good feel for it. He certainly did that.
That's why you got to have friends that are like encyclopedias. John Ennis, my encyclopedia.
I got it. All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's going to stop this contest at 1 minute of the third round. For the winner by submission, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
All right, so there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. And his opponent is known to lay in the guard. You made him pay for it tonight, got the submission victory.
Hey. You heard of these lads, the men that we made a grip, never go. Two didn't count like a habit to track L's on a